Okay, here we go with the unboxing of Botley 2.0, the coding robot. Ages 5+. Okay, for kindergarten all the way up to however old you want. I'm sure all kids would find this interesting. I'm screen-free, packed with coding features that will have you coding in minutes. Ooh, let's see about that. What else we got on here? It's code. A bunch of different. Screen free is pretty interesting. Oh, it needs 5 AAA that are not included. Take note of that. So, for your youngest learners, here's some robotics that we can bring them. Let's have a look at what it looks like. Now, again, I noticed there's batteries that we don't have. So, be aware of that. Looks like it has a couple of interesting features in here. Get this plastic off. There we go. So we don't need that. So, cool. Looks like you have a little remote here. Again, I'll have to put some batteries in here. But again, it looks pretty much like a controller, like a remote controller. You can do lots of different things with. And obviously it won't turn on because there's no batteries in it. We'll get to that in a minute. So let's put that aside. Let's get Botley out of here. Kind of cute, eh? It's got some eyes and it looks like there's some sensors underneath here as well. And again, he can have lights on his eyes, and this is probably a sensor as well right here. I'll have to figure what that out is, and I'm sure that's how you start the program once you've programmed it. Right, so there's Botley, the little dude. Put him right there beside his remote. And then we go deeper. Oh, okay, so it comes with some interesting little. Let's get this out of the way. Let's pull this out. Some cool little tools that you get. Some cards. Cool. Again, kids love playing with these, so you can actually do the shapes, give them instructions. Oh, and this is just another, I can turn it blue if I want. It's just another feature that we have, and then we have a bunch of these. And I imagine these are the hands, right, for this guy right here, like that. And that's kind of cool, because then we can carry stuff, push stuff, move stuff. So that's that. Inside we have a big activity guide. Again, it just shows us how to hook it up, plug in the batteries, gives us some ideas. Ooh, there's some secret code, and then this is just a sketch. Alright, so it's pretty easy, seems pretty straightforward. The instructing booklets. So here we're back. Got my Botley 2.0. Hands we'll put aside. This little extra face color we'll put aside for a minute. And let's just load this up with the batteries it needs. So it's working with AAA, 1.5 volt. Those usually are pretty easy to install. You have a trusty screwdriver. Let's take that out. This should pop out. Oh, a little bit more. Oh, okay, so here's the. It takes 2 for the remote. So I guess when they say screenless, it means I can control it directly from the remote control, right? So I don't really need to have any kind of platform or interface to control it. I can do it all right from the remote. And these are great for kids when they're just starting up. There we go. Got some power on there. And these are good having these first experiences with robots where they don't have to go on a platform. And now let's get into our Botley. And these are pretty readily available. They're also a part of the digital action plan, which means they will be on the list of things that you can purchase. And this is about $100 or so. This. So, there we are, 5. One last one. There we go. Alright, so I've got some power in this guy. And now we'll just close it up. And we'll just have a look at what we can do with this thing. Alright, so we are powered. Let's move the parts and the arms. Now, let's just for fun, we'll put the arms on, just so that we have a functioning Botley, I should say, not Botley. Nice. It's nice amount of tension in the wheels. They're nice and rubber too, so they'll work nicely on the surface. So here you are, ready to go. Alright, so let's figure out how this works. As well, this is cool. So the sensor on eyes, a distance sensor. So if it sees something and it's coming toward, it'll detect it, and then it'll stop. Alright, so you can turn that on just simply by hitting the button. And then over here we have the lights, because it has lights on the eyes. I'll put it like that so it's staring at you. And then you can also lower the volume, and then this is to erase your program. So the kids just use these directions to tell the robot where to go, and then this big button is to send the program to Botley. So once you've created by clicking on the various buttons that you want, and again the sequence depends on the user, what they want Botley to do, and then you hit this big transmission button, and then it will send the code to it. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna just, and underneath is where you turn it on, right? So there's 2 different settings. I can do line, basically where I can control it, and then I can code it as well, right, with various codes that I want to send to it. So the line is just kind of driving it, and then the code is to actually create a code pattern on your manette, on your controller, that you're going to then send to Botley. So let's try the code to start. So I'm going to just switch it to code. You can see Botley's ready to go. His eyes turn green. Now on Botley you have your speaker here, and this big button is to stop it. So if all things are not going well, you hit that and boom, Botley will stop. But let's see if we can. So I'm going to turn the remote on. Okay. And let's just try going forward. And then I'm going to send it. Receives it. And there it goes. Pretty cool. So it goes about, I don't know, a foot per touch. Let's see if I can have it turn. Go. There we go. So again, because I'm in program, the remote is keeping track of the buttons I push. So I hit forward, and then I had it turn to the right 45 degrees. All right, now if I want to start over again, I just hit the trash, and now the program's gone, and I can start over fresh. Let's see about the lights. So when I hit the light button, what happens? Oh, and they're turning again. Okay, so you can turn the light level. You can also put this down a little bit if it gets really annoying. That's as loud as it goes, that's quiet, and that's silence. Silence is bliss. Okay, so let's try a little bit of an elaborate one here. I'll put it as far away as I can. I'm going to go forward. I want it to turn, and I want to put that in a loop. Okay, so it's going to go forward about a foot, then it turns 45 degrees, and then it will go forward. It should just loop this over. Let's see what happens. Send transmit. Okay, cool. So the loop is pretty interesting as well. Alright, so what I have on here now is I turn the if it sees an object to stop. Okay, let's see if that works. There you go. So it has a sensor on there when I click on this little button on the bottom left corner as well. where it will detect. Huh. Well, there's your Botley. Now, I'm sure you can do all kinds of stories and different kinds of things with this. Oh, the line, I bet you, is to follow a line on here. Let's test that. So, I've tried with the black line. You don't really need the manette when you're trying to do the line. And again, the line on the bottom, right, you just switch over to line, and then it's this sensor right here that's going to follow your black line. First off, I tried with blue. It didn't work at all. Then I tried with black, and I made it pretty wide, but every time I do it, it just kind of spins. So I'm not having a tremendous amount of success here. So apparently, you click on it, and it will spin until it finds it, and then it's supposed to say, aha, found it, and then it follows a black line. As you can see, my Botley is really not behaving the way it should. So, and again, remember to stop it, you just hit. I saw this too, the hands might be really cool, because you could probably put some markers or stuff in there too, and you could have Botley actually draw for you, which might be kind of cool. So, the hands might come in handy for something or other. Anyway, that's pretty much it. It's just really for exploring and letting the kids try to discover things.